All right, and we are live.
He froze.
I don't think he froze.
I'm awake.
Okay.
Roll that footage.
All right, let's get into it.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
What is going on, everybody? It is Thursday night. It's 9 o'clock, and if you're here watching us live on YouTube, thank you very much. We couldn't do the show without all you fine folks that tune in each and every week, and we had bonus content this week. We had two great additional shows. Last Friday, there was a PulseCon wrap-up, and Monday, we had the interview with the two folks behind the legendary Warriors action figure line. We're going to get into their Kickstarter in a little bit.
Dari, not dairy.
Dari. Accent's coming through a little bit. But yeah, go after you're done watching this. Make sure you go check that out because that was a really good interview.
It was.
And yeah, while you're at it, make sure that you like this video. Smash that like button because it helps us out in the algorithm. Helps folks find Figure Action. We're actually growing a bit, which is great. We're getting more views. We're getting some new subs. Great to see you all. So if you're new to us, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you ring that notification bell because you never know when we're going to have bonus content dropping. Though we do like to let you know when we have interviews scheduled. Dave, do we have anything coming up for Figure Reaction?
We're kind of working on the next one right now. I think we're going to try to do something on, hopefully, diorama building. That's the next on the agenda. So break out your phone, break out your hobby knife. And I can't hear a word you're saying because he's muted.
I was saying it's a high bar. It's a high bar now.
No, that's the place I was hanging out in Colorado.
And also check our link in the description below for our Teespring store. We've got some of the best priced podcasting merch out there. You're going to look good. You're going to help out our channel. I've been dragging my feet on the new design, so I'm not going to say I'm going to have it done next week. So I've been working on my iPad, and I've been trying to do a few things on my iPad for drawings. I just haven't been too happy with how things have been turning out. But I'm working on getting that done, and then next year we're going to migrate everything over to Streamlabs. So that'll also be a way for anybody that wants to support the show, that just wants to throw us a few bucks. We can do that through Stream Elements. So we're working on getting that set up. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and shout out some of the folks that are in the chat. And again, if you're watching us here live, we got the live chat over there. Pop on over, say hi. We are going to be interacting with you all in the chat throughout the course of the show. So don't be a stranger, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We want to hear what you all think about it. So let's go ahead and read some of these comments. We got Toy Mafia starting off the chat. Remember our good pal Nightwinging him. And yeah.
And a heavy user of emojis.
And he does love the emojis. I think this Sunday, Toy Mafia, if I'm not mistaken, this Sunday is your birthday.
Oh.
So
based upon that, if I can read emoji right, but if I need to, I might have to get my daughter down because I'm old, so I don't speak emoji.
Party. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So if it is your birthday, I remember you saying that you had it coming up. Happy birthday from all of us.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
We got McLowry in here. Good evening, all. Good evening to you. TF Hustler in here saying party time. Hell yeah, it is a party time. Princeton Phalanx giving us a hello. We've got Junkie on Crafts and Builds. Mr. Mike Rogers, he's on the road. But he's wishing us a great show. We got Casual Toy Collector. Hey, what's going up, Kaz? Good to see you.
That man knows how to flex.
Yes, he does. I think that's the name of one of his shows, too.
Because, check that.
Yes. Well, I guess we'll go ahead. We'll get into how everybody is doing. I don't know if Matt and T are going to be coming in. I think T said he might be in late. I don't know if Matt's going to be in late, too.
Yeah, he said he'd be late.
I know he's going to want to talk about what's on the thumbnail, and we will be talking about what's on the thumbnail. So,
if you get the likes from the boobs.
Yeah, that's kind
boobs
of
like Optimus Prime. It sells.
You just reminded me. I forgot to share the stream.
Well, while you're working on that, let's find out how Trustarscreamer is doing. Dave, how are you? And did you do anything cool this week?
Recovering from a long week as always, because I overwork. I've got the new Mortal Kombat game, which I thoroughly enjoyed the single player on. I think they had some fun with it. I haven't gotten a chance to play the Invasion yet, so I'm hoping that some of the things that happen will be in that. But it's a good time. I recommend it. Best way to describe this week's acquisitions is all the Joes. Now, I'm probably speaking on behalf of P and Matt, because I know they are avid Joe collectors. So we got grunts.
It's been Joe fever lately.
Pretty much. We got range vipers. We got Big Bens. I got Big Bens. You got Big Bens, but my Bens are the biggest Bens of them. That didn't work.
Why did you get two of those?
Because they got a gas mask on them, so he could be a troop builder.
Oh, I see.
Like every good evening, there was a snow job involved.
Snow job.
In the low light. But the evening was ruined because, unfortunately, the Crimson Viper showed up. Wait, that did not sound right.
Dude, that's all from 1 week? My
yes,
God.
all this stuff showed up in like 3 days' time. The look my wife was giving me every time a box showed up. And I do not know which one to review first.
Range Viper.
Huh?
Yeah, I'd knock out the Walmart exclusive ones because I know a lot of people are having issues
Getting
theirs.
Because, I mean, the Viper's the same thing. I've already got Vipers on my channel. Yeah. Oh, and I did get Trouble Bubbles too. I don't know if I mentioned that last time. Yeah, it's all the Joes because apparently that's the only figure that Hasbro's doing right now that gets my attention. And it's true. And then, of course, Bobby Valla decided to put another Action Force drop this week, so that I put money down on that. And, of course, Hasbro today decided to put a drop down, which we'll probably talk about, because I was very, very pleasantly surprised with the prices.
Yeah.
What was that drop?
You missed it?
Yeah, I did.
The Green Goblin and the Doc Ock.
Oh! I did not miss that. I thought they were part of PulseCon, but we'll cover that.
No, they were not. Well, no, but we got the prices today.
Yeah, they're still available too.
Okay, well, I'll add them real quick because
They are. Well, I'll go ahead and say it. They're very pleasantly surprised. We were playing a little. We were playing a little Price is Right on them, and we all overbid. Like it was a wonderful surprise seeing that both those figures will cost less than we anticipated. Doc Ock is only $39, and the Green Goblin with the glider and stand and all that is $49. So I was actually ecstatic seeing those numbers. But then, of course, Hasbro Pulse decided to have problems with my PayPal. So by the time that went through, Green Goblin was sold out. And by the time I went to Amazon, that was sold out. So I had to go Big Bad Toy Store, and hopefully they'll get their shipment in time because they're going slow as of late. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah. Well, it hasn't been as of late. I think that they've been like kind of slow in general the past couple of years even.
I mean,
yeah. Hey, he's too tight.
We got Daryl B in here. Hey guys, long time. And our good buddy Deluxe Baldwin, just reminding everybody, thank you for having me, and that he loves Transformers.
and apparently he's into Marvel Legends.
Yes, I did see that comment saying I've been getting hammered with stuff, G.I. Joe Black Series and clearance Marvel.
Well, just saying this. Legends is life. Yes, we know you're heavily into Marvel Legends. We know it, right? Totally, Marvel Legends. I'm being
all right. Next up, TM review. Sony, how the hell are you? And did you do anything cool this week?
I did, and I'm doing well. I opened up my steering wheel. I can't remember if I talked about this or not.
I know you did in the chat.
Okay.
Please tell me you didn't find a transformer in the steering wheel.
It's been two years since my friend gifted it to me. It's like a very high end. I couldn't bring it over here. It's just the rig is all set up over there. But it's like a professional steering wheel with professional pedals. It's made out of metal. It's force feedback, everything. And I started playing Gran Turismo 7, and I absolutely love it. It's like the best virtual VR with the steering wheel and the pedal is like really racing. You feel like you're in a car. It's just amazing. It's amazing. So I could play that all day. I just don't have time. But I got pretty far. I got all my licenses. I got my super license. So I'm done with that. And then I'm getting all the cafe stuff. I don't know how far you got ExtraZero.
I did a lot of the cafe stuff, but I didn't finish.
Yeah,
I got halfway through the licenses, I think.
Okay, I'm close. I finished the licenses. I'm close to finished with the cafe, and then my main goal is to unlock multiplayer because I want to play with my friend because we used to race, but you can't race apparently now that
You have to unlock multiplayer.
you had to unlock multiplayer. Anyway, so I've been having fun with that.
Sucks balls.
Got this guy. He's very, very good. He's got a lot of paint and he just works. He's good. Is it blurry? Oh, all right. Never mind. I got this for G Tony, the G2 Mirage. It's very old mold, but it actually looks pretty good because it's got some paint on it. And I got this. There's a buddy, or I guess a friend of the channel, I'll say, who said he wanted this. And if I wanted to review it, I could review it and then send it to him. I was like, definitely, because I wanted to look at this. The Jeep is awesome. I love the Jeep. I think I was playing with it last time. But
Who would ever thought we'd get a transforming Dennis Nedry action figure?
I know, right? I got an early birthday present from Ricky G. He's on ERC. But anyway, he sent me these, and they're like light up things.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then
cool.
you can change the color, so I can make it purple.
Did he make that?
It looks homemade, like it looks like it is, but he didn't make it. But
Oh, okay.
it's custom made, but he didn't make it himself. But it's really nice, and he gave me another one for Autobot, obviously. So it's early. My birthday's only in October, but it's right around the corner.
Thank you, Ricky G.
What was that?
His name is Ricky G, right?
Ricky G, yeah. I don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I got one other thing, which I can't remember if I showed it last time or not. I took it out and put it back in the box. But Armada Prime, I really like him. I just wish he came with. I feel like Jetfire was a better value because you got more stuff in the box, like blast effects and the mask and 5 guns. This is really like one gun, or one gun and 2 little ones.
I will say
It's a
he's
big gun,
way
though.
heavier than Jetfire.
He is
And-
pretty solid. So I'm not saying the figure is good. The figure is very good. It does feel like you're getting money's worth with it. I just think they set the precedent by giving us blast effects. So now when you get a commander class, I almost expect blast effects, and it wasn't there. But other than that, I think it's good. That's it. I had a lot of
Didn't you get the X-Transbots Grand Raijin?
Oh yeah, I did, but I sent it back already.
Gotcha.
That guy is awesome. He sent me Grand Raijin, and he sent me his custom-made cab for Grand Raijin,
Yeah.
and he sent me a return label to send it all back to him. And
Oh,
then he
shit.
said, "Hey, I'm giving away that custom-made cab." So we gave it away on ERC, Transformers ERC group on Facebook, to people who posted pictures of their Grand Raijin, and it was Sam Scott Roberts who won.
Yeah.
If you know him, I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, no, I know Sam. It's like, God, I kind of want that figure. I kind of want to sell my fans hobby one. I think Mike was interested in that.
I
But it's
I
just-
prefer the Fans Hobby one But if you want cartoon accuracy, it's definitely the KFC.
Well, you know my collection. I prefer the cartoon accuracy. I won't get rid of my Nebula one, but I have the God Bomber combination, and that thing's just not stable all combined. That's
okay.
my problem with it.
Yeah.
So I definitely will keep my Nebula Power Master Prime
Nebula?
or the black repaint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I
definitely
have the
keep
blue one.
that. And then I also have he was one of the European ones,
Thunderclash.
Thunderclash. Thank you. I don't know why that name was escaping me. So I have the Thunderclash version as well, but I keep him in base mode instead of the big combined robot.
Yeah,
because I don't think we'll ever get a masterpiece Thunderclash. I love his design.
Didn't MMC make one?
They did, and I have that, but it's like it's it's a remold of the roller. It worked, and it looks of all of the figures based off of that mold, it works the best. Like next to roller, it's very accurate to how he looked in the IDW comics. And he even came with the juice box. So
I got one other thing. Crap.
I love seeing my reviews just spammed everywhere.
Prior to going live in StreamYard, I actually figured out how to change that. If you click on your the little 3 buttons, you can set your audio avatar.
Oh.
I was wondering why U and T were getting interchanged ones. It's just that you have to go and set them.
Okay. Hey, there we go. All right.
Which is why everyone should be a Trustarscreamer reviews.
I got this. It's a cheapie, but it turns into an aircraft carrier. So I got it a while ago, but then I got the custom head. So I'm gonna make this into broadside. So it's got custom feet and custom head. I just need to paint it. Which
Nice.
I say that like it's easy, but I'm gonna paint it into a custom broadside. So it's coming along.
It looked like broadside when you first pulled them up. So
yeah, I mean it's designed pretty close, and then it just needs some gray paint over here.
Yeah.
Actually, question, Sony.
Yeah.
Are you getting those those other aircraft carriers that are combining?
Toys Easy? No, I'm not getting those.
Yeah. Okay, I was just curious.
They're they look cool, but I'm a G1 guy, and I don't. Those are very stylized. They're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. I don't desire them. But I wanted a broadside. We're never going to get a in-scale broadside, so I figured I might as well make one. Yeah,
cool.
That's it. Mr. G-Man, are you there?
He's been ready.
A long time. Come on.
Sorry.
Well, anywho, hi everybody. I'm T-Man978. Today we're going to be looking at G.I. Joe Classified Series Snow Job, Grunt, Tunnel Rat, Big Ben, and Lowlight. They have all joined my collection.
This might be a good
thanks
idea,
to-
actually doing a review like this. Like a quick
Thanks to Jordan, I was able to get this lady cheaper than normal. I would like to get her even cheaper than that, but I jumped the gun and didn't wait for Ollie's.
$15 off. You can't really beat that.
And I also found this at Family Dollar. I'm going to have a review for it. It is Transformers Authentic. Huh? Family Dollar.
No, someone's got video playing. You gotta mute.
Hey, shush, everybody. Transformers Authentics Optimus Primal. Focus on them. I think I can actually. Yeah, I can't. But anywho, that's him. I got a review on it.
I did watch the review.
And Super Impulse. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, Super Impulse. Their rep sent me these. I got World's Smallest or Micro Figures. Universal Monsters, Frankenstein's Monster, and the Bride of Frankenstein.
Wait, you bought them or they were sent to you?
They were sent to me. I would not have bought these. It's like, yes, I would buy these. These are awesome. You should go out and buy them too.
They're not watching. It's fine.
Chucky and Hellboy from Hellboy 2. And they also sent one of these pop taters. You've probably seen it. Now I got to open that and see if it actually comes apart like a Mr. Potato Head.
They do actually.
Oh, I see they have ears. Look at that.
Yeah.
Surprise parts included. That looks suspiciously a lot like some other company's product.
Well, I think they're partially licensed because I recall they have an Optimus Prime one.
Oh, actually, it is because they have a Mr. Potato Head right there.
Yeah.
Official Mr. Potato Head license.
Yeah,
And they got
like
Chucky.
Sonic,
That's crazy.
Sonic and Gene Simmons and there was another really out of left field one.
I didn't notice Mr. Potato Head actually freaking on here. I think I had more control over this before they updated everything. I could zoom in and stuff, but I can't now. But whoever didn't go yet, y'all go next. I'm good. I'm happy. Life is awesome and stuff.
Mike, how are you?
Well, I think you're on mute there.
He's in the future, apparently.
Yeah. Hi. So yeah, I just got in. This place is a mess because I've been trying to do multiple things in it, so that's why you're not going to see as much of it.
Ooh.
But yeah. Let's see what happened. What we're going through stuff, right? The only Joe that came in is Grunt and a Trouble Level. It's just sitting back here somewhere. Sorry, disarray. Big thing that I got in this week, which is really cool, is the figure Obscura Mask of the Red Death. This is a really cool figure from Four Horsemen for their figure Obscura. And I'm hoping to have a special individual sit down and look at it with me. I'm not going to say anything, but if you understand the reference of this figure, you might maybe have an idea who I'm trying to work with here on it. What else? Oh yeah, he comes with this really cool thing. He has this really nice dio piece. It's a grandfather clock. It's gorgeous looking. So trying to finish filming that after this tonight, so I get it up. Let's see.
It looked like it's that time of the month for that clock.
Whoa. Yeah, it had a little bit of a mess. So, but again, really, really awesome. Staying with Four Horsemen, again, a bad influence from the Meta Travelers guys. I found a Vorga for half price, so she's really cool. And
Vorga.
Vorga is the heavy machine gunner Cosmic Legions lady. I'll try to get her figured out too. But I forgot with the red mask guy. I got a enamel mug with it too. Last two things. Actually, I had to thank Dr. Diecast for one, the gift, and two, giving me the option to purchase from him. So he knows I was going through and trying to find this like mad, but he gifted me a McFarlane Batmobile. So it's the 2-pack with the 86 Batman here. So I had to thank him very much for that. Very kind of him.
Does it have a bottom in the middle and a top?
It does have a bottom. It has nothing in the middle except for the little shell where the guy sits, and then it has a top. But it's very, very light. So we have that. And then last thing, I haven't really opened it except taking out of the packaging that was shipped in. And I'll go through this later on, but I have a top secret package that I have to open up and figure out what's inside. So
where'd you buy from?
This is from I purchased it from Dr. Diecast.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we'll figure that out as the week goes on, because I might have a little more time than expected next week to kind of sit around and get some things caught up with here. So that's about it, man. What about you, Extra? What do you got?
Well, I got a few things. I'm doing pretty good. I'm today is my Friday, so I've got a 3-day weekend ahead of me. Granted, we have a wedding to go to on Saturday, so that'll be taking up a lot of time. But you know, everything's good. Been sticking with. I think I'm officially down 26 pounds from July. So I can't remember if I said that last week or not, but yeah, I'm doing pretty good there. Got a few cool pickups. Let's see here. Of course, I got my Walmart Joe's. I got my Range Viper and Big Ben. I'm glad that they didn't cancel these, and I think the Range Viper might be my favorite classified release of the year, to be honest. They spared no expense with the paint on this guy and the accessories. It's really nice.
Is your grenade launcher bent?
No, my grenade launcher isn't bent, but the barrel of the rifle is. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, if you can see there, I'm gonna fix that later, but I gotta take some heat to it and then take some cold to it. So, and Plastic Addict, thank you very much. I'm pretty happy about it. I got like probably about, I'd say, maybe 25 more pounds to go before I'm really happy with where I'm at. I don't think anybody else has got this guy yet, but I got Dreadwing, or is it Dreadwind? I can't remember off the top of my head. But he's pretty good. Of course, if you got his brother Skyquake, you already know.
Never saw Skyquake. I saw him. I just could not pay $50 for him.
I really like the two in Transformers Prime. And come on, man,
so
how could you not want?
I have the Prime figures still.
Yeah. It's also interesting that the barrel of his cannon comes off, so you can probably easily paint that thing gold if you want. Some gold metallic, and it's a shame because there is this really nice gold metallic all over him, and it would have been nice if they painted the barrel. But he's done really well. And lastly, but not leastly, I finally got this dude in from TF Safari, and this is I waffled on which one I wanted to go with. This is from Fans Hobby. I know I was just talking shit about Power Baser, but this is, what do they call him? Destroyer, but he's Buster.
You chose wisely.
Yeah, I decided to go with the cartoon colors.
Yes.
And I, you know, it's funny. I watched MGo's review, and I originally wanted the toy colors because I had the toy, and I think that like they went together, like Dreadwing and Dreadwind went together really well. But I just, after MGo was like gushing about the accents and the way that they did like the reds, and in person it is really, really nice looking. And the toy
review,
I watched your review too.
Oh, all right.
I watched. Yeah, but you only reviewed this. I watched MGo because he compared the two.
Oh, that's okay.
He
that's a good reason.
He reviewed both figures in one review, and what a madman to pick up both. But I guess he just wanted to have the toy and the animation version. And I did put the only things I love about TF Safari is they give you the dry transfer decals with every order.
Nice.
So I got him like completely decked out with his decals. So
did you put
I
the
love that.
stickers on?
I did not. I just did not like how those blue foil stickers looked.
Yeah, me neither.
So if Repro Labels does a set for him or Toy Hacks does a set for him, I will definitely consider picking that up. But the problem with Toy Hacks is they love doing those stupid foil stickers. I cannot stand the foil stickers. Just give us like some matte or gloss
or metallic.
Well, the problem is they do metallic, but they do those foil stickers, and that's the problem. They just don't look good. I know there's a market for them. I know Patriot Prime loves the hell out of them.
Yes.
He has to.
Well, no, he legitimately does. Even though he's sponsored by them, he does. There are some people that like it because it has that toyetic charm. But like, I just I like my stuff to look animation accurate. And yes, he does. That is animation accurate. He does have his Decepticon insignia right on his schlong.
Buster and Hydra were cool characters. If you ever watch Master Force, don't get me wrong, Darkwind and Dreadwing are very cool, especially in the comics, in the old G1 comics. That's probably where I'm most endeared to them. But
really enjoyable transformation on that figure too. Like it's very intuitive, and I mean, I again, outside of Power Baser, I don't think Power Baser has aged all that well because it was their first release.
They're on the
But
come up. They're on the come up.
They definitely are. I think the Double Agent was that their double dealer? Was that his name?
Yeah.
I mean that's up there. That's like still like one of my figures of the year
It's
so
very
far.
good. Yep.
It's gonna be hard to get like a top 5, top 10 this year because
I know.
had
So many figures.
yeah. Well, let's get into talking some figures. Let's
I'm not
you
doing
know
that top 10.
you gotta do it. You gotta do one for here too. It's tradition.
haven't
We've had
done one.
five years of doing our picks.
And they have all been BS.
Uh-huh. I guess this kind of warrants our this week in repaints.
this weekend,
Repaints.
There you
It's not a.
go.
It's got some new molding.
It really does. Excuse me, I don't know where that bird came from. This got revealed after PulseCon, which is interesting. That he just kind of like they're like, oh, we forgot about Scrap Heap. And I was wondering too, because I was like, okay, they're committed to doing these new, and this is part of Studio Series 86. They're committed to doing these new Junkions for Legacy, and I'm for it. I like them, but you kind of had to wonder, like, are they done? And nope, they're not. So we're getting another Voyager Junkion and I like this because I debated, do I get the X Transbots Junkions? And I've kind of decided that moving forward, I want to use Generations to get figures that I would never buy a Masterpiece of, and use the Masterpiece for the core characters or ones I just really like. And this one, yeah, I like the idea of having the Junkion army together, and
Do they have the bike mode?
they do. So let's. Oh wait, I'm sorry, they don't. I thought that they did.
Ugh.
They apparently don't.
Impulse buy.
Yeah. The thing about like Scrap Heap is that he like has been clogging up shelves. So I was also surprised because like Wreck-Gar I thought sold pretty well, and then they just had Junk Heap has been clogging up shelves. So I'm glad to see them continuing with this, but I hope that he's not like super short packed, or I also hope he doesn't shelf form either. I hope they find a good balance. So let's go ahead. We'll move on. And this one is interesting. So I don't think that they mentioned this at PulseCon, but we got some inside info on what size class the Legacy United Magmatron and Tidal Wave are going to be. And they're going to be Magmatron's going to be the next Commander class, and Tidal Wave is going to be a Titan, which I think might be too big. What do you guys think about this?
I have to see the actual toy before I believe it.
Yeah.
For him to be a Titan and to combine with Megatron, I think it's
just parts.
if he was the size of that, that from Jetfire from a couple years ago, I could see that Supreme class Jetfire, but Titan I think is too much.
By the way, we did a Friday show and we talked about that because we just did a quick okay, here's all the reveals from PulseCon. And at the time, it wasn't confirmed, but it was pretty certain that it was a Titan because JT Prime 17 said it was the Titan.
Right, and he's typically on. But I don't think anybody knew about Magmatron. I think Magmatron makes sense.
At the time, he said Magmatron was a commander, and then Titan, the other one was a Titan. But now we know for sure. I think
that is half the battle.
I think it's okay to have him be the Titan and just take the parts to combine with Megatron, because you still get the effect, but you get a nice big, Tidal Wave.
And I just hope he includes the Minicon That's a big one.
The fact that Prime didn't come with didn't come with spark plug.
No, he didn't.
Did
And
Metroplex come with the Minicon?
Metroplex did not, but Metroplex was also one that he didn't even have the Cyber Planet key, which he should have had, but he still had the slot for the Cyber Planet key.
Megatron didn't have it. Prime didn't have it, and
The only one that's had it right now is Hot Rod, and that's the PulseCon exclusive.
right.
$45.
So
That's a
unlike
$20 Minicon.
All right. Which that one's sad. And certain game guy said, is this from the Transformers game for PS2? And I think that's why they want to make him the Titan class, because I think more people will have a fondness for the Tidal Wave boss battle from that game than they did from the cartoon.
Never the boss battle, just the cutscene.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved that game when it came out. That was the best Transformer game to come out until High Moon.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if they would try and do Broadside out of Tidal Wave. I mean, they're very different, and you couldn't get the jet mode out of it. But Generation Selects, like some of the stuff they pull off with retools too.
probably just do the Energon repaint, to be honest.
More than
I'm
likely, yeah.
unfamiliar. In the show, was he similar in size to Megatron?
No,
Ish, yeah,
okay. He also had anime scaling issues. So
right.
there was times that he was gigantic. There was times that he fought Prime, and then he was just small enough for his parts to just surround Megatron.
I guess I'm, as a large battleship, I feel okay for him to be not in scale with Megatron in robot mode. I mean, one of the modes has to be wrong, and I think I'd prefer it to be the robot mode. Personally,
He should be tall as crap if it's a Commander. I mean, a Titan.
He might just have a lot of plastic on him. He might be a smaller.
This
Oh,
is
so
the
they're
Energon
fighting like a
scale.
Titan, but no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, like, so I still have the Titan Devastator, and he's pretty short compared to the other Titans.
You know what I think's gonna happen? Think about how Hot Rod was a Supreme class figure, but still the size
Right.
of. So guess
Commander.
what? Guess what? Titans are now going to be Commander class. It's happening.
Now,
It's happening.
it could.
I don't think so. Because they
remains
still
to be
release
seen.
Fort Max as a Titan.
Yes, but that was an old. That's a repaint from. I mean, a re-release.
But they didn't. They raised the price like $10 more.
Deluxe says they'll add 2 guns. Boom, Titan class. Because he's an anomaly. He should just have his Minicon, and he didn't have any weapons in the show or
Blast
the game
effects
other
would be
than
cool.
yeah.
Yep.
Blast effects would be great.
He would walk
And this
around with
is a
those
still
guns.
from Transformers Energon.
Yeah, I mean, Energon, they couldn't fudge the sizes because they were all cell shaded. So, if you look, like, that's him next to what should be a deluxe figure. And I think Energon did attempt scale a little bit more than the previous series.
Yeah, they actually use the toy CADs.
Yeah.
They actually had these screw holes in the show.
Yes, they did. So I'm sure we'll get a look at Tidal Wave in the next month or so. I'm thinking that he's going to be big because he should have minimal engineering. He's probably going to be a lot like Metroplex was, and given the fact that he doesn't have any accessories really, I'm hoping he just comes to the Minicon, and then he is just solid plastic. Speaking of solid plastic and speaking of size classes, Commander class Ultra Magnus is apparently hitting brick and mortar retail and showing up in GameStops of all places. So,
How much is
I'll
that?
never see it.
so
How
this
much
showed up in a
$90?
GameStop in Texas. 65. So it looks like they're wait, no.
Enhanced.
The suggested
85.
retail price is $89.99.
Yeah.
Hell no.
So- yeah.
That's Commander now. Well, next Transformer, because we've seen him a billion times already.
Yeah, just wanted to hit on that. He is showing up now. We got some news with YOLO Park. Let's get into this because they've had a bunch of new stuff. Official product images show. We've seen this Optimus Prime, and I know Sony, you're all in on this.
I think so. So here's my argument for it is the YOLO Park price point is very good for what you're getting. Once I took a look at that Optimus Prime, the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
I was like, this is really good quality for the price that they're charging. And I like 3.0. I like that it's stylized, like you said. It differentiates your collection and it's something unique. But the price point, especially Starscream, like $120. I mean, you're getting into MP territory. I paid that much for Deformation Space Starscream. So I just feel like this is hitting my price point and niche. What do you call it? Model kit itch. Scratching my model kit itch.
Right. Well, they're not really model kits so much as they're like, well, just some assembly required.
Yeah, it says model kit, but it's not really.
Yeah.
I don't like the aesthetics, and it kind of looks ugly to me.
I
won't
like
be
the
good.
aesthetics. I just want something different in my collections. It's like I have so many Optimus Primes that already look like this. I have the Flames toys, model kit. That's a real model kit and is very well articulated. I do like some of the features. Like I like that he has the flip out wrist communicators. That hasn't been done in a while. I mean,
not since
he
MP5.
nails. Yeah.
I remember you saying, you have
MP1. MP1. Yeah.
You have a ton of G1. Like you have Megatron in your collection. You got plenty. I only have one Megatron, so like it doesn't.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's just the same thing over and over. I literally have one.
Well, there's definitely a market for this too.
Well, this is like anyone who was ticked off, anyone who was disappointed from the Super 7 offering.
Yeah, that was just wasted.
Yeah.
So this is
red.
Or red.
Well, I have
red was
I
$20.
have MP44 and Magic Square, who I think looks far superior to that in Transform. And they're way better articulated.
Well, we're talking action figures now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this should be just a regular plain action figure that can do more than them.
Yeah.
But
this is coming in what, $80?
No, $60.
It's $60. Okay, and it's got die cast. It's pre-painted. They're saying that the chest is die cast. There's a little bit of weathering on it. There is a blue light effect in the eyes. I don't know if that's light piping or it's actually going to have LEDs. It's actually going to come with a base and stand. And go ahead.
I was going to say, we spend more money on a figure art that comes with less than this.
Yeah.
I have no problem with this figure at all. I think this is an absolutely awesome buy. And I'm looking at my MDX is going, huh.
Then, of course, you get his blaster. You get the Megatron pistol version from the Holden Energon Axe. And when they say satellite communicator, I guess they're just talking about the wrist communicators. But this is a great value. And, again, like I have my reason for wanting to stick with 3.0. But I understand and respect why you would want this for sure. And I hope the competition forces 3.0 to improve a little bit because I can see this eating into their base.
Right.
Next up, we have another reveal from YOLO Park, also in the G1. We've got 4 reveals from them today, which is interesting. This one, again, just the same Megatron, but Golden Lagoon version. I've never really understood. Is there like a big love for the Golden Lagoon stuff outside of it being the easy repaint?
A huge following of Golden Lagoon.
The lucky whatever, what that thing is called?
Lucky Draw.
Lucky
Yeah,
Draw.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got it when it was that. Like there used to be kind of a back in the early days when they did the gold chrome versions of figures and the
Right.
TKO podcast coming in and saying, I love gold. I feel like there was like a time when it was like the actual lucky draw, but now it's just like, you can get your gold repaint if you want it.
Isn't that actually called the deluxe draw?
The deluxe draw. No, that's the clear figures is the deluxe draw.
My bad.
Piss stain yellow.
New
He's
Age.
telling me to
New Age
hush my
did.
mouth. They do need to lower the prices. Come on now.
New Age did an actual lucky, gold lucky draw figure, where they picked winners and gave it away. So there are companies still doing that.
It's kind of cool and kind of jerky all at the same time. I'm gonna win this and put it straight on eBay.
I always love when I can't get the link right. Boo me. We got to look at some Rise of the Beasts reveals. I think we've seen this Mirage before from them.
Yeah.
But this Soundwave is new.
Yeah.
So they're apparently going to dip their toe into doing Bumblebee movie designs as well. So we've seen the Rhinox and we've seen the Mirage, but the Soundwave I think is new. This was shown at the Thailand Comic-Con. So, but not to be outdone, we saw the 3.0 version of Scourge, and now we get a look at their painted prototype, and this is really impressive.
Yeah.
So this is from
This is $30. Like, how do you make this for $30?
I have no clue, and the fact that they're really good quality. This one I'm definitely going to pick up.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, if you're
I
a movie collector, this is it.
I love that they got all of the insignias on him.
This looks beautiful. I don't care if it doesn't transform. This is because honestly, I haven't seen the movie, but how many times did he transform in the movie?
Once.
Okay, then.
You haven't seen the movie?
I don't. I'm gonna see it after I see Spider-Man.
Oh, all right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Deluxe hasn't answered your question, so kids make. And then Ridiculous Magic coming in saying, Deluxe putting up the cash. What a hero.
I need a hero.
Well, let's get into some third-party news. We're going to start off with an upgrade kit for the Armada Prime. No price on this yet, but I'm sure that it's going to be up there as DNA designs.
By that point, you might as well just buy the Naval Commander.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, because Naval Commander is like 120 on domestic sites.
Yeah, and you've already paid $90 for this.
But it won't be in scale with Chud.
I mean, it could be if you wanted it to be. I mean, if you wanted to pretend he was an old leader class.
And what if you don't like the aesthetics of that Fans Hobby one, which I do not like?
Yeah,
I
also prefer the Hasbro aesthetic more
because it's way more accurate.
I get it, but I like the aesthetic changes they did. I especially with their Energon Prime. They could come out with a super accurate Energon Prime, and my Fans Hobby one's going nowhere because they actually made the design look good.
Yeah, I know that pissed me off so mad. That design should look nowhere near as good as that. Well, according to Phalanx, it's $45. So do the math.
That's not good.
They didn't fix the crotch of the combined mode. They failed.
They did. That's one of the pieces on here, but it's you're still dealing with flaps, but we'll get to that. So
as long as there's not one big flap, I'm good.
I never noticed this gap. Like when I took mine out of the box, I didn't. Now I see it. I do like this. I do like that they designed a way to hide away the hands. They show how all that works. It's it's not parts forming once you put it on there.
Not that anything's wrong with Partsformer.
There's some stuff wrong with them, but you know.
Okay, I still don't know this. When they were doing that toy design, why do we transform? We have to hide. So let's make a truck that's got tank treads on the back of it.
I
That
think he was
destroys
called Monster. I think he was called Monster Convoy in Japan. You know, a lot of people aren't digging this gun, but he did. Wasn't this called the Omega Blaster?
No, that was a
the
mini
Omega
car.
Blaster was when you combined the space shuttle, the satellite, and the missile.
That's right.
I thought his gun was fine if you
That was the
added
Requiem Blaster.
yeah.
That was the Requiem
The
Blaster.
Requiem Blaster. Yeah.
if you added the two side, pieces to the gun. I thought it was fine. I don't think you need a gun.
Well, you can still incorporate the old gun if you want. You know, you can also do this configuration, which is it's kind of insane, but it's a thing you can do. They're showing off the.
That's the DNA way, is to pack in a bunch of extra stuff you don't really need, but it gets them to the price point that they need to be at.
Yeah.
You know they didn't add a minicon.
Agreed.
No, they should have. They absolutely should have. You're right, T. And how hard would it have been to do that? And that's another thing about the Fans Hobby one, is that you get the minicon with it.
Yeah.
You should.
And the Matrix comes on a freaking chain, which is amazing.
$45.
Yeah. This one's, I see what this is doing. I like that it adds some height to it. I won't deny that it looks good, but I'm just...
Hey, Naval Commander is $215, so
Sheesh.
they're not at the same price point.
Fair. I thought he was cheaper on like, well, maybe that's because I got Naval Commander back in 2019.
Oh, maybe.
Did they demonstrate the crotch?
They don't, sadly. You see it's on, I do like how this tidies up the back in storage, but you can see where the hinges are, but they definitely, they're not doing much to really show it. Like you can see here, and you can see here, but it's yeah.
He doesn't have a waist swivel, right?
He does, but it's under the skirt.
Oh yeah.
That's the challenge, is that the waist swivel's there. It's just under the hip skirt.
All right. We're about to leave the mic.
All right. Well, we'll move on to our next one. This one's interesting. This one has Matt's name all written all over it, but if the price is low enough, I don't think it will be. I might be interested. This is from Magic Square. They're calling this Truck Boy.
I'm buying this, of all people.
Is there a price on this? Because Magic Square tends to run high.
No, it's not out yet. It's up for pre-order, but there's no full price.
Yeah. So this is just a heavily articulated, super deformed Optimus Prime that transforms.
Right. That's the thing. Is when have we gotten a super deformed that actually transforms into a decent truck?
Right. Because Churro Q wasn't it.
That's really cool. Yeah, right now it doesn't have a price.
And there's doors.
And Deluxe says probably around $40. If it's 40, I'd be interested.
Yeah.
I shall look at the pictures of this when somebody gets it, and I'll look at the thumbnails on YouTube.
If I get it, I'll bring it to a meetup. How about that?
Definitely getting it.
So next up, this one's really cool. I think last time I established, I'm gonna sell the Nemesis version to get this. Let me make sure this loads up because it's redirect me to Weibo. But the pre-order for Nox Promenade was revealed, and
I'm liking this one.
This is really cool.
I mean, I got the other one, but there's something about this.
Do you have the shattered glass one?
Yeah.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyone?
I know
Yes.
Matt does.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it the same, like, damaged head, or is it a new damage?
This is
Damaged
new.
head.
I think it's a different where the damage is at. I think it's different. It's been a while since I looked at it. Remind me, and I'll put some pictures. or send
Because
some.
I thought he had the half faceplate.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yes.
that's right. Yeah, so it is different.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and then the bullet marks across the body or
Yeah.
stuff.
Dude, this figure sucks. I hate it. This Mirage, it's such a piece of crap.
Yeah, and you can't even mount his shoulder cannon correctly.
Ugh, it's
You gotta
horrible.
get like a third party kit to do that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that mold at all.
And I've gone from like 4 amazing legacy figures and Studio Series 86, and then I get this thing. It's such a piece of crap.
All right, let's
Yeah.
move on. Let's move
I'm
on.
gonna say, just
I'm
to show
excited
their
for that
faces.
head sculpt.
Oh yeah, there
it's
you go.
good. Hey,
Yeah, these are the heads that you got.
Matt,
But
you're just excited for any
Yeah.
any head you can get.
I have standards.
well, before we move into our final third party hit for tonight, Matt, how are you? And did you get anything cool this week?
I'm good. I was reviewing my son's math test with him or studying for his math test tomorrow. So
hey.
had to do that thing. I'm good. I finished the live action One Piece this week, and I loved it. I'm a big fan now. I didn't get in on the ground floor when it was cool, but I'm just gonna have to be okay with that. Now that the first season's over, I'm gonna have to go back and start watching the anime a little more.
No.
I did see though that Castlevania Nocturne is on Netflix now,
Oh.
so that dropped. So I'm gonna have to start that soon.
And they're
too.
doing a Devil May Cry.
And they're doing a Devil May Cry, and they're doing a Lara Croft Tomb Raider, and they're doing is it them that's doing the Scott Pilgrim? Someone's doing a Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, an animated Scott Pilgrim.
Huh.
So there's lots of potentially good shows coming out, and the Castlevania Nocturne, the sequel to their original show from a few years ago, already has like stellar reviews. So I'm excited about that. And I started earlier tonight when I was making dinner. Generation V came out today, so
Oh yeah.
so that's about as brutal as you can imagine that it's going to be.
Did they drop the entire season at once or just piecing
First
it
3
out?
episodes.
Okay.
So,
What's-
for anybody who doesn't know, Generation V is
Oh,
the sequel,
shit.
is the side series to The Boys.
That's a good
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
yeah.
So for some pickups, I got me a not canceled Walmart Range Viper.
Damn it. Mine.
Yeah.
So I'm the only one that had theirs canceled. And
Wait, really?
Yeah, mine was canceled like in the summer when they had that whole debacle, and then
I thought you were
then my second Big Ben came in. That came in this week too, but I'm returning that because I already have one.
So
But-
yeah, he's cool. He's even cooler now that I know Mike doesn't have one. So
I'm absolutely.
I like how
I
the
feel
main
much
one.
better.
I'll keep an eye peeled for you, man.
Yeah, but he's good. Happy with him. Mine got price corrected back in March, and I thought they would cancel it, but they didn't. So
Cool.
I'm happy about
You
it.
thought you got charged for that?
I did get
Mike's cool
charged for
there.
that.
Mike saying cool just kind of translated to "fuck you, man."
Yeah. Oh, I heard it.
Oh no, it's more
I
like
need one too.
I'll
I
just wait
didn't-
till the
I
fire
didn't get
team
one.
comes out.
In a move of, I can't explain it. He looked cool. It's my favorite clone trooper. So I saw the Walmart exclusive Jesse ARC Trooper today. So I picked him up because he's my favorite guy from the Clone Wars show. So I grabbed him.
Cool.
Matt needed to have Jesse's figure.
So he's cool. He's
Needed to
got
have Jesse's
Tamora
figure.
Morrison with the tattoo on his face because he's all about that cog life.
Oh, I thought he would just like
Nice.
has a SoundCloud account.
Nope. So the last thing I got this week is probably one that Mike already showed off, I'm guessing. But I got me a Mask of the Red Death figure, which is cool. I actually went and read the poem, the story again last night. It's pretty
So-
short. If you've never read it before, it's really short, so you can get
Yeah.
the gist of
You gotta
why
watch the
people like
Vincent Price movie.
Yeah, and I didn't show that. I didn't show that red figure. I just showed my red shorts. So
it. Well, he's got red shorts too. They're under
I
there.
know.
So my only complaint with this guy is that, I mean, he's a 4 horseman figure, so he had to be heated up pretty good for the joints to unstick. My only other complaint is that the wires that they use for the fabrics are way too thin. I'm gonna see if I can't reinforce them with some larger gauge wires, because they can't really hold. I mean, it's holding here a little bit, but it'll droop. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
mine has dripping as well. Or drooping.
yeah, I mean, it's not horrible. It'll get. I mean, look, it's got a swooshy effect as it is, but it's. I'm gonna see what
Not
I
as
can do.
dynamic as you'd
Not
want.
as
Doesn't
dynamic as I want it to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
And I won't show what's underneath the mask, so in case people want to keep that as a surprise.
Yeah.
Remember when they had that Destro back in the day that was like a surprise to see Destro's face? And it was just basically just like, oh, instead of silver, it's flesh colored and he's got a scar.
Well, they did. I mean, they did the same thing with the Dr. Claw figure back in the day.
Yeah, they put the big sticker over it.
Yeah, you had to buy the figure to see it, or wait till the internet was invented and look at a picture of it.
Biggest letdown
that's it.
ever.
That's
Well,
it
speaking
for
of
me.
big letdowns, we get the non-F sludge upgrade kit. TKO was hoping we would show this off, which I think if they did a conversion kit for paddles, that would have worked. What the hell is this?
That looks
Thank-
inappropriate.
That's a
Thanks,
Dino
yeah.
Rider setup.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks for that request, TKO. You can go now.
well,
I
we
mean,
do have.
if they would have had that much articulation and a neck the same size as the original, then yeah, this would be
Yeah.
like take one of those links out. We're probably good. But
That's pretty
Phallic.
yeah.
valid. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's get
Listen,
to
that's
one.
a
I'm sure
Big
Mike.
move to call him that.
But Princeton's right. There's actually nothing under the Mask of the Red Death mask. It's actually just a void. Like, I'm keeping my spare underwear in there. There's actually nothing in there whatsoever. It's just a black hole.
Giggity.
So these are
Matt,
apparently
don't be
coming
tempted.
in October.
What, these guys?
Yeah. So finally, I think these got delayed almost the whole year.
I'm enabling him.
Over a year, I
Yeah,
think.
Over a year.
Dave, I've already had this talk. It's too late. that ship sailed.
I mean, the Titan's calling you out on
Oh,
spoilers. So.
Give Becca
But
my best.
X-Transbots Bond and James, the U.S. version is apparently shipping first, and it's coming in early October, so a couple weeks here. I've been excited for this set for a while, and this is I think the first look at a final photography of it. I think it looks really good. I'm excited to see like what reviews say.
Wait, is it 2 figures or is it doing the punch counter punch thing?
They're doing punch counter punch.
Yeah.
You were calling it a set, that's why.
Well, yeah, to say set's a little misleading.
Quad changer. Or
Technically,
triple
you do get both guns with them. I'm hoping that there's storage options, because it looks like definitely on. Looks like
There's only
full
one car
right now.
mode, right?
Yeah.
Only one car mode.
Right.
Right.
So now I am shocked with the way the social climate is that this character wasn't reintroduced in the new Transformers show, with Punch being male and Counterpunch being female, and it effectively being a transgender they-them character.
You're gonna give them ideas.
I feel like I am. Like, I feel like that writes itself. Like, this is the character for that. So
Oh,
Matt, there's only one thing that would make that better. Only one thing would make that better. If his computing ability was using a hexadecimal system as opposed to ones and zeros, because then he would truly be non-binary.
See,
non-binary. There we go.
Stunning Brave gives it the Transformer.
Right.
I thought
And
that,
actually,
I
funny
thought
story
that was
about
an intelligent joke. Damn it!
it. I mean, not for this crowd. We
got it.
It's over.
So someone mute Matt before Hasbro hears him. Well, we'll just get off. We'll get off of talking about Transformers, and we're gonna go. Well, actually, we're still gonna talk about Hasbro.
Are you getting these?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll tell you real quick. My draw with Punch Counter Punches. It was the one G1 toy that I always wanted. That I never ever was able to find, get a hold of, or ever get for Christmas. So this is my chance at revenge. I'm going to get this figure.
Are you getting both versions? Or are
No,
you just sticking with the US version?
Yeah.
Now, Sony and I kind of worked out. He wants to review both, so I'm going to probably grab one of them from him.
The Hasbro version is weird as hell too because it came with the Combiner Wars gun, the hand foot.
I like
gun.
the Hasbro version though. I like the Hasbro version is pretty good. Minus the fist gun, yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
the Generations.
Yeah.
The two-pack with Barrage.
Oh,
Well, no, he came. Well, yeah, because
No,
he
he was-
came out with Barricade. I thought.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah. Sorry.
can I address the audience?
Yes,
Mariano, if Matt can get here like 50 minutes late and not apologize, you don't have to.
I'm not apologizing for shit. Yo, Joe.
Let's take a look at where we stand with the Marvel Legends HasLab Giant Man. This
Oh.
hasn't moved much since last week. Now they've got 25 days to go, but last week they were at 4,900 backers. They're only at 5,406. I don't think PulseCon generated any hype for it,
No.
but I don't think it's going to. I don't think
Hitting
it's
their
going to. It did sound like that.
Someone was hitting the bong. What's going on here?
PulseCon did make it look more interesting.
Yeah. But it
What?
didn't, I don't think it got the hype. I mean,
No. I think it was
had eyes
overshadowed.
that are removable.
It was overshadowed by Spider-Man, in
Yeah.
my opinion. So,
yeah, I think
but yeah, I mean, has anyone's mind been changed since PulseCon? Are you backing this now? Or are you still like,
nah.
nah?
If money was
No.
no object, I would already had backed it.
I went from a no to a hell no. So yes,
Cool.
my mind changed.
With
Understood.
the adding of the new eyes, it definitely added a little more. Again, added I think a proper dynamic to it, especially the looking down. But again, it's the whole thing of right now. If this was Dave from 5 years ago, I would have put my money down on it right now. But again, having to be more selective, and I have no damn place to put it. It's the same reason why I didn't back Galactus. I had no place to put him. I got the
On
Sentinel.
the floor.
Yeah, Galactus has to be a
Metroplex is on the
centerpiece.
floor.
Yeah.
I almost want it for the meme face. That's that weird cuckoo face he has.
Let's go down. Did they add that to the picture?
That growling right there.
That one? Yeah.
Very well.
I don't know if you noticed, Zero, but I added a new layout that allows us to show a comment without covering people's faces.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Look at you.
Yeah. I think this will get funded, but I don't know that it'll hit its stretch goals. For instance, the white eyebrows.
Antenna.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like, where are the white eyebrows?
He has white antenna.
Yeah. They just didn't
Do they have
update
that
that.
picture anymore?
They, didn't,
Okay.
they just didn't update the HasLab.
Yeah.
All right.
What
Yeah.
are we looking at that's new here?
Well, we're just getting
Nothing.
checking
Oh,
in on where it stands. Just because
We
it's
talked about what's new, but they don't have any
Yeah.
pictures.
Oh, okay.
well, let's
What
get
next,
into
Mark?
this. The Legendary action figures line is fully funded, and it's jumped $1,000 since I first looked at this before we went
Yep.
live.
And it's because we had 5 more viewers. Each viewer put in $200.
And
Monday.
this is breaking news. They just put this up a few minutes ago. Not only are they funded, but they are unlocking all 15 characters.
Wow.
Are you shitting me?
Look,
You're gonna get your. I'm gonna look at my phone.
There you
Oh, that's
go.
there,
awesome,
right
man.
there. Scroll
You
up
get
right
your
there.
you get your figure.
All
think-
15 characters unlocked.
I think your pleading actually didn't work.
David, we influence people. We influence.
I'm getting 3 Eternal Guards.
And aren't you getting what's
Yes.
his name?
How much are these? When I went on the website, I couldn't understand.
So the regular figures are 37 apiece. The army builders are 25. Add-on kits and headsets are $15.99. So if you do like the 7+1 early bird, it's actually, I did the math and now I forget because it's late and stuff. But it's like a little over $30 a figure then.
I did the second tier for the figures, so I'm getting 3 figures for about $100. It's like 105.
I was doing I'm doing the 6, but I might have to pop it up to the next one up, because again, as I said, this show, the value is there that you are getting more in one of these figures than you are from a NECA figure, and it's the same scale, and just slightly under the price point of it. So, and
they're on par with 4 Horsemen. In fact, I think they're a little cheaper, but
they are less. They're absolutely less
with the same amount of accessories.
Yeah, because I mean the new wave of Cosmic Legions went up like $10.
Right.
For the base
right.
figures.
They're like what, 48 for a base, for one of the base figures.
Almost 50 now, or maybe I'm thinking of
like 48 is almost 50.
You got to help support them now instead of buying it later. So if you're broke now, too bad for you.
Till the 15th. So did you get any? I got one of the weapon packs, and I think the head pack for the Red Army Builder. So
I'm just getting 3 of the characters. I didn't get any additional packs.
Oh, okay.
They've really only got 2 stretch goals left to go. They have the $310,000 and the $360,000 was at stretch goal number 7. So the next stretch goal is the 3D character avatars and character viewer, and stretch goal number 8 is the augmented reality lure. So I'd like to see them be successful and hit the rest of their goals, but I mean, really now, and I like the precedent that the sets fans or prospective buyers aren't going to get a short end of a stick because the stretch goals didn't get.
The most important thing is Matt's getting his figure.
So let me ask that real quick. That's an interesting question. So, and I don't want to tangent too badly, but while we're here, what do you think of that strategy of instantly unlocking? Do you think that will hurt them in the long run?
Well, I
think because people aren't piling on to get the figure they want, or do you think people are now excited and can choose from anything and are now free to back? What do you think?
I don't know if you heard from their conversation with us on Monday, but I also kind of gleaned a little bit. They were on earlier. Well, actually, they're still on with Kato, but they had 10 of the 15 figures already in prototype, so they already had the molds there. So this is one of the things where it's like, with the backing and the pedigree they have from 4 Horsemen, it was easy to get it done. So now, whatever the last 5 are, they didn't say which 5 are still needing build out and such. I think it's a good thing, and I think it's a nice move for them and for the backers. How that affects other future Kickstarters, that we'll have to see, because that's big. You're basically saying, we were hoping for 300,000, but we can do it for 129.
Yeah. So the Titan says, for me, it makes me want to get a few more. I see it as if there's a design that somebody wanted, they no longer have to worry, and that might entice people to come in and back it, because
now they can back it without worry that the figure that they want won't be available.
Right. And there's really more army builders in there than initially say. There's the underlings, the more blank bucks, but like the Void Walker, that's technically an army builder because there are multiple Void Walkers all through there. And I can't remember if I think the Pale King's his own figure.
Pale King's his own figure. That I wasn't. I want I know I want the Gatekeeper, Pale King. That guy. I'm looking at the red guy right there, but
Mad Hatter's prototypes.
Morph doll.
No, the Spite Usurper. Yeah, God, I'm gonna end up buying more of these things. I know it because they all look so freaking good.
Sony says good night. And do you need money right away when you back it?
No. Well,
No.
Kickstarter
On the
closes.
15th. Yeah, they close on the 15th at like 8:24 p.m. So
They'll take your
that's when
money.
they'll take my paycheck, pretty much. So Phalanx, I don't see where Mad Hatter has any prototypes from these guys yet, unless you're talking like the test samples from X-Ray Studio. So
Well, from reading his comment, maybe he means that he hasn't reviewed. He has them for review. Maybe he's shown them on Instagram or something.
oh, it's possible.
Yeah,
All I know is I'll hopefully get a chance to borrow one or look at one and do something at Legion's Con when they're up there. So
yeah. That
again, congrats.
Figure that cape looks so fucking epic.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Is I don't want to get now. I'm eyeing them up, and I'm like, shit. I'm going to get 2 figures with capes and one with wings because I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. Because I want the what is it, Obsidious, and then I want the evil dude with the cape that I can't remember his name, Cape Man.
Oh, Darkhelm, Kale Darkhelm.
Yeah, Lord Big Helmet, and the Eternal Guard. So what am I doing here? What?
I
what
mean, I want
You're
Dark
buying.
Helm. I want
You're buying
Spike.
6.
No, I have. Shut up.
Yeah, I want Cyberus Kane. I want Darkhelm. I want the Gatekeeper. I want Odious now. And then I don't know what these other. And I got technically 2 more I can pick from. But now that I'm unlocking all 15, it's like, am I going to find myself wanting, even more?
Yes, hurry up.
Probably.
Okay.
So again,
let's move on.
congratulations to them. We'll
Yes,
keep on
congratulations,
moving
guys.
here.
Yeah. Well, next up, this one's not really a Kickstarter so much, but this is an interesting one. I've never heard of this V Friends before, but this comes from Mattel Creations. It's not quite a Kickstarter, but more of a limited on-demand order sort of thing. So you get a very Filmation-looking Skeletor, and you get this Funko Pop-looking Skeletor. But what's interesting is the little Funko Pop Skeletor is actually an articulated figure. It's called V Friends. Have you guys heard of this thing?
No.
Yeah. So, I think this is. Oh, go ahead.
So it's kind of cute, but I'm not sure it's $25 cute.
Yeah. Well, it's $45 for the 2-pack. And what's interesting is like they did like the 25th He-Man. I'm guessing like with Mattel they'll probably release the Skeletor at some point, but it's just like this is a really nice Skeletor, but it's like, well, what's up with this V Friends thing, and are they going to release it, separately? But yeah. Especially the faces on the Skeletor. I can see a lot of Masters of the Universe fans wanting this. I guess this is like this is also probably part of like the Origins line.
Whatever the new line is, that's more articulated.
Yeah, I mean it does have more articulation line, more articulation, but the like that, that the larger figures, this looks to be like one of the slightly smaller 6-inch figures. But it's cool. Just very, very niche 5-inch. Thank you. Keep it moving. Next up, we get a look. I think Dave and Mike, you already secured your pre-order for this, but the Jada Ken went up, and we get a look at the figure preview.
Mm-hmm.
And man, this company. My only experience with Jada was when we had the meetup. And T brought the Ryu and Fei Long. This looks just leaps and bounds better than what Figuarts has put out. And that head sculpt is just stupidly on point.
Yes and no. I mean, I'm getting this, and I got the figure arts. I mean, the figure arts are still figure arts. They still got figure
Right.
arts joints. They still have a little bit. They're still a little cleaner. But if you didn't do figure arts and you're a Street Fighter fan, get this. And yes, I pre-ordered it as soon as it showed up in BBTS.
Yeah. If
I'm
you
sure there's
are
a lot
a
of people-
retail only person, this will be awesome.
I'm sure there's a lot of people though that'll want these to keep in a mitten box display because they have that like arcade packaging.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, they take up a lot. It takes up a lot of space.
I'm getting it.
Yeah, that does.
I mean,
Now,
I'm in on the line.
I'm just
definitely in on the line.
focusing on Mortal Kombat myself.
I'll
Yeah.
get him when I get him, when I see him.
I haven't
got a
seen
couple-
any on the shelf yet either.
Nor have I.
Finding yourself.
Well, that's a
Give
lie.
me-
I saw them in FYE, but that's
Oh, it was like,
That's
yeah,
like-
but $50 there too.
yeah, double the price is just that's.
You're gonna be
they
seeing them
they
there.
don't exist.
Till they close FYE down, you're going to be
Right.
seeing them.
This one's interesting. Again, like the gold label McFarlane stuff has been very hit or miss. I think this looks good. I was really curious to hear what your thought is on this, Dave. This is apparently a BBTS exclusive,
There's-
black and white. Okay.
They're selling. That's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is definitely a mitten sealed box thing, collector thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool. That's about it.
I think it looks good, but I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Dare has a question in the chat. He says, do you guys think the Four Horsemen type toy lines are becoming redundant? I've seen two other companies besides this one with Kickstarters doing the same thing.
Not at all.
Yeah, I
Not
know they
at
definitely have their
all.
fan base, and
Yeah.
Mythic Legions had a huge one, but I think with
They had
Legendary-
multiple. They had multiple
Yeah.
Kickstarters with the Four Horsemen with Mythic Legions.
Yeah.
So, and
I
then
think they set the precedent, and they in some ways they are a part of the Four Horsemen are pretty much the forefathers of the independent toy boom.
Yeah.
and you have seen other independents that are connected with the Four Horsemen. I mean, you have D13 with the Biblical Adventures that was funded through Kickstarter. Whether you say Spirit Toys is close to that.
Figures coming out now.
Say what?
There's two like biblical lines to it. One,
There are.
Yeah.
One looks a
Um,
lot cooler than the other.
yes, that is true.
Yes.
That one Azazel does have my. I'm not a biblical guy, but that one Azazel figure looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, the biggest one I think we can
Your Old
compare
Testament
to
biblical
is,
guy.
and I'd have to go back and see how fast Savage Crucible got funded, which I think they got funded much faster than Legionary here, but still, these guys have a little under a month left to just gain more momentum. Now, how that momentum will go now that they've unlocked basically all the challenges, we'll have to see. But if they're happy with what they got, then so be it.
Which I think is actually kind of funny you mentioned that, because Savage Crucible is an analog to the Mythic Legions, kind of like how this is now an analog to the Cosmic Legions.
Right.
and you got Animal Warriors of the Kingdom.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, to me, if you're offering something different,
Nah.
then it's you can't go wrong, right?
I mean, you got. I say you guys figuratively, but I mean the whole reason.
figuratively.
Yeah, you like that?
No.
The whole thing about third-party figures for Transformers became popular is because it was something different. And while we're not using the crowdfunding as an example, it's the fact that there was someone willing to create something, and there was a need. There was a need for it. There was a desire for something that kind of held that nostalgia feel, but it was also new and much more complex than what we've seen, before.
Yeah, just as long as we don't have third party mixed with Kickstarter, because the two that I can think of were disasters with
I think-
crowdfunding.
Yes.
The other
I can
the
look
other
at the
thing
one.
too.
the Moss
The
toy.
Titan brings up a good point here, though. I think one of the things, bringing in new independent creators here, I think you get to a point where certain people start to feel tired of getting the same stuff from the 80s and 90s over and over and over. And
Mhm.
think about the 80s and 90s and the early 2000s as people tried experimental stuff. They did new designs. And now we're seeing that come back. We're seeing, hey, if you're tired of getting Batman over and over again, or tired of getting Snake Eyes over and over again, here is a brand new character. We'll eventually get lore. That's why I was so sad that Moss Toys took down oh god, what was the name? Unrustable Bastards.
That's because Moss Toys took the money and run.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Astrobots is amazing, and they got they have the comic going now.
Just
Just
don't speak too loud. If Ace from Ramen Toys hears you say that, he's gonna hate everything you're saying.
No, but it's another thing also. The other side of that pendulum swing, while we're seeing so much new creativity and such, as like another thing we said with the guys on Monday, the challenge is getting that new audience, because you're going to find the old guard, like us sitting here, stuck with what we grew up with, and oh, this is something new. Oh, I don't like how that looks. That character is really not how I remember my favorite toy. So that's really a challenge. And the other thing is,
Caliverse did it really well, though.
Yes, they did that because they utilized a trademark that had lapsed because a company got lazy and a little too big for the hubris of them all. But the other challenge that I want to close out my comment with is, now you start seeing the scary side of it, that everyone sees a successful Kickstarter and then suddenly they think they can do the same thing. There was a reviewer that had a production sample for a Kickstarter that's going to start soon from a content creator that is dabbling into it. I mean, this is not the first time we've had that, but some of the prototype images and how they look, it's a hit or miss thing. So you have success. Is everyone going to have that same level? No, but that's also how it's going to be.
Look what the Floosh.
Yeah, he did.
The articulated icons, man.
Yeah.
Now, what does Dare mean by redundant specifically? Like, does he mean like all those figures that are affiliated with Cosmic Legion? I mean, with Mythic Legions, whatever. They are all similar body types. Like you were mentioning those third party stuff, like back in the day when we were getting He-Man, Masters of the Universe. Then you had knockoff companies building the same type of
Sunman was the really popular one. Now Sunman's part of He-Man, which is crazy to think about.
I
think a
think
whole bunch of other knockoffs.
I think, and I really don't care if I'm understanding the question or not, is a lot of this is the same. It kind of feels a little bit the same in regards to it's like a fantasy-based world, and if you're not really into that or anything, then you could see we're like, oh, well, it's just another line of these things. Plus, the commonality, at least between Cosmic, Mythic, and now Legionary, is that you could buy a multitude of figures or product, and now you have the ability to create something totally unique with the ability with customizing, and they make it simple.
And they're all in scale.
Yeah.
Yes.
To answer, so Mariano chimed in and said, "What about Optimus Prime and Darth Vader? I like and buy both, but if it gets old to see yet another Optimus, but it gets old to see yet another Optimus or Vader. But I get why it's for the newbies that don't have them yet. And I that's always been my point about having evergreen figures. But at the same time, I think we need to see new stuff, and that's why I love Beast Wars. And I'm
the Unicron trilogy. It was something different and animated. I mean, animated. Really,
I hate the movies, but we got like the Michael Bay movies did reinvigorate the line.
Yeah, and it's new stuff. The movies aren't for us, really. They're not for us. Yeah. There's now a generation of kids and collectors and teenagers now and young adults now that's their Transformers movie that they grew up seeing. The original 2007 Transformer movie was I overheard somebody say how they saw that when, quote, they were a kid. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
What's
wasn't that just a few years ago?
Was that Dave from 5 years ago and a lot more brown hair?
And a
What's
bunch
great
of
though-
casual people that those movies are all they know about Transformers too.
Right,
Even
and that's
if
fine.
Well, same with Armada. There's a lot of people that Armada's their G1, and yeah, Dare 27 says, yeah, Bayverse is someone's G1. But I think that what's great is they, you have stuff in it that's not for you, but they didn't abandon the original customers. And there's a lot of companies that do that. They say, okay, well, we're moving on to something new, but they don't give the original customers their due. And right now is a great time to be a Transformers fan because anything you want is there.
Yeah, and now and then you have other media. I mean, we have a new Transformers comic coming out now through
There
another
you go.
publication. So
Yeah.
again, it's the ability to adapt and balance what people like and remember, but having a way to get new blood into the line. Because if not, all this stuff is going to die.
Yep.
It's going to fade out, until they're, the ones that are saying, hey, I remember Bayverse as my G1 are now going to have their own kids to say, looking at those movies, oh my God, they're horrible. Just like my son looked at the 86 movies like that's a bad cartoon.
Oh no.
That's why he was locked away in the closet for a couple of days. That's besides the point.
Mike,
Anyway.
Mike, the next movie you got to show him is Old Yeller. And you just need to side eye him when the end of the movie comes.
I can't rewatch that. Anything that has anything that hurts an animal, I can't watch.
But
So
you know
even
what?
like-
Too, something that go ahead.
No, that's good. No, please go
I
ahead.
was just going to say that even like you said, us as the old timer collectors, we're not forgot. Look at Classified series as a perfect example of they started out with an intention and an aesthetic choice, and they changed it. I mean, they redid Duke. They're coming out with they're redoing their figures. They're doing a mea culpa and releasing the figures the way we wanted them to. Well,
But I
the
think
way that
that's,
a lot of collectors wanted them to, because you're going to get people that
Yeah.
bitch and liked it the old way too, or the original Classified way. But
They don't have any media for this, so they pretty much are selling them to us old
Right.
people.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, you guys that are parents automatically know that attention span is out the window, and retention of trying to find something that a child locks onto now is very difficult, especially as they get older. Like now, when you're younger and they have like their the cartoons or whatever that they watch, constantly. Oh my goodness, I'll shut up now.
My nephews are watching Smurfs and Garfield. That Smurfs cartoon, or CGI show, whatever, it
I
was
knew they had a new Smurfs.
extremely faithful to the 80s cartoon. It was crazy. And it's actually enjoyable to watch.
I'm sorry, what? There's boobs on screen.
he was
Smurf.
talking about Garfield, the pair of kitties.
No, that Garfield show looks a wreck. It looks like it should have been made in the 90s.
Eek the
Wow.
cat. What?
Boobs and ugly faces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
the
we got?
face is not the best.
Yeah. Well, so Storm has not given up on Darkstalkers. So we get a reveal of Morgan, which of course is a BBTS exclusive, as all Storm releases will be moving forward. There's the match shots there.
I hope our butt works better than Cammy's.
Well, Storm,
How's the Cammy's butt work for you?
Storm
Wow.
didn't have that issue. Like Cammy, the SH Figuarts had like the weird like static butt skirt thing going on.
Hey, I love that that Cammy figure is still one of my favorites.
It was a good figure, but it just had like it was really awkwardly designed. I think they got it way better with Rainbow Mika.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Can you go back one image? And can you zoom in and kind of explain with the mouse where you're talking?
I can't zoom in.
Hey, that reminds me.
And
Isn't this somebody's
computer
birthday next
enhance.
week? I need to buy some cake.
Anyway,
But-
sorry.
I think this is this the second one? Haven't they only done Dimitri?
Yeah.
Didn't they do
So-
2 versions of Dimitri?
Yes.
Yeah, they did the player
Yeah.
2,
Okay.
Duometry? Oh.
Dimitri.
What
sorry,
is this?
that
I've never
face-
played this game.
It was
the
a
first
Street
two are okay,
Fighter.
the third one's good.
Yeah,
No, I mean, what is this face?
When she gets hit.
yeah.
Yeah, but I
Right.
don't know that I would have chosen to
showcase that one.
To immortalize that in plastic form.
Did she never have any other expression besides deadpan?
I mean,
Only
I think
in
there's
hentai.
probably like a angry yelling or a sultry expression, not a
Yeah,
the
that's what I was
tax
wondering.
man's going over my deductions face.
The oh my god, mom is going through my internet history. Look,
I could understand
get-
like this regular face and an attack face,
An attack face, a yelling face, yeah, something.
but those two faces look exactly the same.
Yeah, but
And
we
then
just
we
got
bug eyes.
bug eyes and resting bitch face.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, what is interesting though is you get like 4 hair options, which I think that's I don't recall really ever seeing that many hair options for a high-end collectible figure. You know, you get the bat attack, 5 pairs of hands, and the foot blade.
which is cool and all, but
Over $100
I'm
bucks.
gonna say this:
Yeah.
the fact that she doesn't at that price, the fact she doesn't have she doesn't have a display stand, and you know what? I'm gonna say this: he's absolutely right. Even on the go back to the bug-eyed face.
Are you saying she's got a little cellulite?
No, not that one. The other. Go back another.
The angled one
Keep on going.
The one that shows her whole body.
from the front. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
I mean,
see
look,
where that
yeah.
material is gonna wear
Yeah,
out.
that completely. Even on the promotional pictures, that completely breaks the immersion of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree. It looks.
At least her wings are articulated, but they should have given her drop down hips to avoid that.
Yes. And a flight
Which
stand.
Storm's capable of doing both. You know, I think that they should have either, you know, put in the stand for 5, you know, for like 5-10 extra, or just omitted some of this hair effect piecing, you know, because again, who's like, I get having a couple hair options, but like you get into like with the faces, not much of a difference between the two, and you know, with the hair, it's
Maybe you could use that bat stand. Stick it up her leg crack.
I doubt you could. I doubt that could support the figure. What they could have done is given her a hairpiece that you could tuck a stand in.
Yeah.
know.
And she had high heels, and I hate high heels.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the character design? But she is not going to stand, baby.
No.
She is not. She's going to
But
fall
it
without a
definitely
stand.
doesn't come with a stand.
No,
Nope.
no, it's not included in there. So 4 hair parts, 5 pairs of hands, leg blade effect, bat, 3 head sculpts. No
We all
mention
have
of
Mexico.
I mean, to be fair, you can now buy NECA Brandon stands that are very good. I've used them for my a few of my
Storm?
IDW figures.
Storm sells their stands separately, but
Yeah.
also you got to remember. I think when the Street Fighter figures came out, they were only like I say only. They're $75, $85. Kano
Yeah.
came out. Kano was under $90.
Yeah,
This is $100. This is $105.
Yeah.
So that's
Because Kano had a
$20
lot of
more than-
effects. Kano had a lot of effects parts too.
Wasn't he recent?
Yeah, he's very recent.
Kano just came out.
Yeah, he has a whole separate head just for the eye laser.
He's got
Oh.
3 heads, the eye laser, 4 daggers, all the hands. This is a great.
They know you want this, so they got us by the ball.
Well, I think that's the thing. Well, not us, because that's
Matt.
Yeah, they got people by the blue balls.
yeah. I think
know.
there is kind of like a thirst tax on this for the people that you know like that sort of stuff. To Dave's point, you know, they are kind of doing that when you get a lot of value with that Kano. And Sub-Zero was another one. The unmasked Sub-Zero, he had a lot going on. I think even
Maybe Mortal Kombat license isn't that much.
Kintaro, if you think about it, Kintaro is $25 more. So
How much was Motaro?
Motaro, I think was God. I think he was Whoa! Holy shit!
What?
this blew my mind that he is still this price.
Yeah. So Motaro is $110. He
and
is.
that skeleton's
He
a
comes
whole
with
figure.
an entire second action figure.
Yeah.
Those skeletons they were selling for a 2-pack for $60 each. For a 2-pack for
Yeah.
$60. So that is a
I'm
30.
surprised-
That is a retailed $30 figure.
Surprised they didn't adjust that price at all. I guess they probably aren't having too much luck moving because I have the Motaro. I think that one was I think Effortlessly Random gifted me that one.
I'm looking at him right up here.
But yeah, it's a great figure set. So the fact that this is the same price and that Motaro box is massive. Like,
Exactly.
He comes in a huge box.
So
So,
I'm,
yeah, I
saying, I'm
think
not
they're-
being unreasonable here with my complaint.
Yeah.
When Storm is putting E Honda
Now-
$90.
They are jacking up some of the prices here because you look at the Mortal Kombat. I guess this is supposed to be Mortal
He
Kombat
comes
9.
with a spear, though, right?
He
He
comes with
does,
that
but-
throne.
A big ass throne. Look at that.
But that throne is probably going to be like the original one where it is
squeaky toy.
squeaky toy.
I don't care. It's a good, but if it's got the paint and the details, I'm just saying.
What wasn't the one? Whoever it was came with the dragon too. Since we're looking
Yeah,
at
Liu Kang. They unfortunately locked behind the dragon,
That pissed me off.
And
It's
I
only gonna
forgot-
be fine.
and then you have Shiva
Unleash
still
the
coming
dragon.
out. Like at least Shiva's going to be a big figure since she's a Shokan. And you get that's an ungodly amount. Granted, she has 4 arms, but that's an ungodly amount of hands.
Maybe females cost more because they don't think they're going to sell or something.
I would think because Warner Brothers now owns Mortal Kombat, I would have thought the license would be more expensive.
Yeah. Well, they've had it, but yeah.
So
So real
Capcom.
quick, Mariano asks, has there ever been an action figure with articulated breasts? The
Probably a
answer
Rebel
is-
Tech.
Well, I have an answer to this. Okay, one, there are the figures like what T and I have with what are they called, the TB League.
Yes.
So those are pliable breasts. Okay, so I don't know if you count that, but I have a actually both figures are Figma. I have a Figma Major from Ghost in the Shell, and I have a Figma Kasumi from Dead or Alive. And both have replaceable breasts that are pre-articulated depending on the pose that you want. So the Major has breasts that are smashed together, so you can have her arms, forward holding her gun. And then Kasumi has breasts that you can replace out. So when she's bending over doing her boot tie, the physics is right. You know, the gravity is right on them.
I'm pretty sure it's a
And
robot
technically-
female figure that has articulated boobs.
And it's probably based off of Mazinger Z.
Yes.
Optimus Primal has boobs that move in and out on that
That's
big
true.
that big gorilla robot we saw at Power.
And then you got the whole Breast Masters from Victory.
Movable breast
Optimus
and
Prime's whole chest opens up. So
Oh,
That's a good point.
That's a Guyver Bio Booster action figure that has
Did you say Optimus Prime?
yeah, his chest
Oh,
opens
yeah,
up.
Yep.
Oh, and she's got replaceable chest options too.
So lots of boobage,
Yeah.
moving.
Plenty of
boobies.
boobs to play with, man. Plenty of boobs to play with.
And also, real quick breaking news: XTransBots released a final picture of their big load.
Not touching that one.
That's actually going to be very soon.
Oh, so maybe Orlando for you guys.
So there's that. I'm not getting it, but I know Mike is very excited.
Not really.
I know
will
Mike
pay
might
somebody
be-
to offer someone to take a big load figure and say, "Honey, can I take a photo of this on your chest?"
I'm assuming that's probably on Facebook, man.
Instagram.
Yes,
Oh.
Instagram.
I've got it on Facebook.
Oh.
Sanjay shared it.
You know,
Okay.
Sweet.
Starscream has articulated boobs.
That's true.
Tidal Wave has articulated boobs with the original Armada toy if you use your power thing.
I
I
don't
use
know.
my power thingy.
I don't know how I feel about this figure. I mean, yeah, it's definitely, it's come a long way from the test shot, but I had to see a review to be honest. Because knowing that MMC is working on Constructicons and having my Toy World Devastator, which isn't going anywhere, I think I'll wait and see on these because I'd rather have. Yeah.
I just don't trust combiner joints, but yeah.
I hate to say this, but MMC's finished and the design doesn't look as masterpiece as the other masterpiece figures.
I'm cool with how they look in my collection.
Like this looks like a masterpiece figure.
Oh, Titan, we can say we're whatever we want because we're not monetized yet. But if you bring more people and let them sub, and we'll get there. So then we can.
Then we
they
can
can
get
screw us over.
demonetized all by ourselves.
Yes.
Exactly.
Make sure you click like and comment.
We don't need no. We don't need no.
When the
link.
show is over, comment in the regular comments.
Oh, can you big at me for a second so I can thank Dr. Diecast?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
He's here.
Yeah, he's here. So
I don't know why it's not. There we go. There we go.
So, Dr. Diecast, thank you very much for this. It is very, very nice. So I just want to make sure that you were acknowledged publicly. So thank you once again.
Too bad Mike put something bad on it and it had to get blurred out.
No, I just got to pay him $5.
All right. Well, I think that'll do it for tonight's show. Before we wrap, do you guys have anything coming up that you got this week that you want to shout out or promote?
I'm going to have a snow job video up tomorrow.
That's in Dundalk, people. So meet him up there.
I'm not even touching that. I've got too many damn figures to review, so I still have to. I have the Memory Toys Red Orc review on my channel, which I thought was a really fun figure. And
Are you getting a snow job too?
Oh, I got, dude. Trust me, I got my snow job last night. Why do you think I'm so relaxed?
So I just want to point something out. Now Sony left because his wife drug him away, right? Whatever happened must have happened quickly because he's posting on TM Reviews now. So he's posting news as we speak. So that was.
He's over 30. You know, he's over 35.
Over 40.
Well, look, he mentioned he has a birthday coming up.
Yeah.
So maybe he just got an early present.
What's
It was probably a Robeson Optimus Prime too.
Oh, all right.
You think he's that easy?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm saying he auto converts all by himself. No, let's just wrap. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, we'll wrap there. So thanks to everybody who popped into the chat tonight. Thanks to everybody who dropped us a like. And if you aren't already subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. Ring that notification bell and go back if you haven't checked it out. Check the interview that we did on Monday. And of course, nobody in the chat said anything about it, but if you wanted to see our takes on Sans mind on the PulseCon reveals, we have another video too where we went over everything that was shown at PulseCon. That's going to do it for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you all next week, next Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Same Figure Action channel right here on YouTube. And also check our Teespring link in the description below. Peace out. Have a great weekend.
Click.